Um, I actually kind of discovered politics more in high school. I think where I found my love for it is when I went on my little fellowship in DC. Believe more in justice than equality. I think equality fits some circumstances. You do want to treat people equally, but there's another layer, which is, I guess, the equity aspect, the justice aspect, which is treating people the way they need to be treated. Not everyone is equal. So people have certain needs. They have certain issues in their life that not everyone has to face with. So I think it's about, if someone is disabled, how do we cater to their needs? How do we make sure that they are on the same playing field as somebody else? If there's, women on the team or people of color on the team, how do we make sure that they feel included? What type of aspects of their life are different from ours so that we can make them on the same playing field? Because in reality, not everybody is equal just by being born. There's a lot of structures in society that make people unequal. And so it's about trying to leverage that and trying to, put everybody on the same playing field and see what their needs are and catering to them. So my first thing I would say would go back to my previous answer, which is trying to stop the disparities and the inequality that there is. I think that would solve a lot of problems. So like poverty, hunger, lack of medical care, all of those issues would be helped if we had a more just system where we cared about, people's specific needs and tailored to them. I learned that you don't really know what's going on unless you ask those questions, unless you visit those people in those offices, and that you have to be the change that you want to see. At Debaki, there wasn't a feminist club to start with, and there was a need for it. There was a bit of sexism that was very low key at my school, but it was there. And a lot of the students, the female students, really wanted to start it. It was also during the time of the Me Too movement where everything, started to escalate and women started to find their voices, and we felt the need to have something like that at our school. So I started it. We had it where both men and women could come and kind of discuss topics. Yeah, so it's a pretty hefty job. What I do is mostly a bunch of meetings, which may sound boring, but I talk to a lot of the administrators from, food services, parking, safety and security, just about everyone at the university. And I have meetings with them. I listen to students and what they have complaints about, what they're worried about, and I bring those to those admin and we discuss those topics. We also try to work on initiatives that we bring forward to admin on how to improve the lives of students on campus. Sometimes we use our budget to fund those initiatives, and sometimes we vote on getting those initiatives done. Yeah, it's a lot of talk.
What government official did you visit on your trip to DC?
So we visited the Securities and Exchange Committee. We saw some government officials there, the State Department, FBI. We also had the international relations office where they were discussing the ambassadors that we have in different countries. Some of my biggest obstacles are people saying no. You hear that a lot, especially when you're in a leadership role and you have to work with people who might be older than you. Or yeah, so I am actually a business major currently, and I do want to start a business in the future. um, I haven't really set my mind to exactly what I want to do. I'm thinking food, just because I like food. But what I really want to focus on is having a business model where I'm able to pay everyone fairly and well, and then also have extra profits to like give to charity. I wanted it to be kind of an all-inclusive business where I was giving back to the community, but also helping myself and creating opportunities for others in the community. My dream job. Um, I would like to become a lawyer, I think at first, and then hopefully go into government. I think that is where I belong. That's my dream job. I would say senator, perhaps.
What made you become a leader?
Um, I think what made me become a leader are the strong role models in my life. My parents have always been leaders, in my opinion. They came to this country when they were for college and they kind of just started their own business. They, bought their own house. They raised 4 children. So I saw them as leaders. My dad was always like very outspoken, and always pushed me to be a leader. So like he would always tell me to speak up in class. When I was a kid, I was kind of shy. So he would always push me forward, and always tell me to like be the best at everything I do and take initiative. Like if I had an idea, my parents would push me to make that idea happen.
What is your favorite debate topic?
Debate topic. Well, for policy debate last year, our topic was whether the United States should cut off some of its international relations or strengthen them. And they allowed you to choose from several areas like Japan and this.
So how do you manage your time?
That's a really good question. So I have a Google Calendar. I highly recommend that all of you use a Google Calendar. I put on my assignments on there, all my meeting times, my the times that I have to dedicate towards my clubs like mock trial and student government. I also have an Excel that I like to use. I think Excel is a really good tool, or Google Sheets. I know that y'all use that probably. So I try to put everything that I need to do, like my assignments, I'll put them down and I'll have a button where I can check off whether I did it or I didn't do it, the due date, the grade that I got on it. So that keeps me organized. And I have a Microsoft, an Outlook email that also has a calendar. So a bunch of calendars.
What's some advice you would give your 13-year-old self?
Some advice, I would say, to remain confident. When you're in high school, take AP classes, something that you can start on from right now. That's really important. Be involved in clubs, be social, talk to people, do things in your community, and continue that through high school. I want to be remembered as someone who made an impactful change that is like everlasting. And so that, my memory lives on even after I've passed, I did really good work that still.
In your family or in your life, who's your biggest support? You have
My
to-
mom.
Oh,
What is your third favorite color?
My third,
Yes.
my first, and my second. Blue. Have a great day.